All right, so I know you're all dying to know what makes Magnus Carlsen tick. The guy many consider to be the greatest chess player of all time. Well, lucky for us, he sat down with Joe Rogan not too long ago, and that conversation, let me tell you, is pure gold.
Normally have a method of like when you eat, vitamins you take. Is there certain things that you do to optimize your clarity?
Yeah, like if I'm playing an early afternoon game, for instance, like it's starting at 1, I try to eat like one big meal before that, which is generally like a big omelet with some kind of salad and um
But you eat pretty clean before a big.
yeah, I usually do. Sometimes like after games, like I will eat something like even some desserts and so on. But before the games, I try and keep it fairly clean. And I actually learned that when I was little. Like sometimes, like my parents, they were generally quite strict about sweets and so on. But sometimes I would eat sweets during tournament. Then my blood sugar would drop like crazy, and I would start making mistakes. And so that's something that I learned quite quickly that I shouldn't do.
Do you ever mess around with vitamins or nootropics or anything like that? Things, nutrients that help memory?
No, I think I think it's a little bit about the way that I was raised. Like I never take medicine unless I kind of have to. I don't really take supplements or anything like that. So I probably should. Like it's not a bad idea.
So now let's talk about what it's like to actually be in a world championship match.
Yeah. I can't even imagine the pressure. What's it like inside the mind of Magnus Carlsen when he's in a game like that?
Well, he describes it as being in this state of laser focus, like he's totally in the moment, almost like a flow state. You familiar with that concept?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Isn't it that feeling where you're completely absorbed in what you're doing, like you lose track of time and everything?
Exactly. Athletes talk about it all the time. Seems like it's key to reaching peak performance in any field.
What is the mindset? Like if you're in a world championship game and it's down to these, like what is the state of mind like when you're in the middle of it?
Honestly, when I'm at my best, I'm just like pure laser focused, and I'm just calm and not thinking about anything other than
Just in the moment.
just in the moment. Yeah.
Just in the work is already done. You already know the game, so now it's just reacting and moving and calculating.
Yeah, I mean, I had a game in last Classical World Championship I played in 2021 where the first 5 games were drawn. Honestly, like I could have probably been down at that point as well. 6th game was a super long game, almost 8 hours, and I think for the last hour and a half, 2 hours, I was pretty short on time, but I remember like I was just so focused and so calm. And afterwards, I was just like, yeah, I could have kept going forever. Like I was just there. And it was exactly what I needed. I ended up grinding out a win. And in those classical games, like once you get a lead, like that is so big because it's so hard to actually win games at that level with that level of preparation. So that was really big, but yeah, I've only had, I feel like, a few days where I feel like I'm just like completely in the moment. Usually it's a bit more messy than that, but like when it happens, it's just the best feeling.